everyone. It's Rosa here from the F1 Time Portal, and I'm here with Louis, and we have a special announcement to make with you, for you.
A personal announcement. We don't normally do episodes like this, but we're talking directly to you. They think we're going to ask for money. That's coming later.
No.
Not this episode.
No, we've decided to add a couple of new series to our podcast. And so we've decided to change our naming convention of our episodes.
Yeah, so, it'll make it easy to navigate the episodes going forward, won't it?
I think so. I think people can really tune into the episodes they really like, and it'll be easier for them to find the ones that they like. And of course, I like all of them, Luigi. But
absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So our race reviews are now going to be called recaps. So we're going to have the word recap at the beginning of the title, and then it will describe the year and how many episodes and the title of the year. So that bit won't change, but they'll be called recaps, which is pretty cool, easier to follow.
I like it. And we continue to maintain our non-spoiler position. So those little short summaries of the season, not like Mike Lang does where he gives it all away. We're going to still respect confidentiality.
We're going to build up the suspense. Nothing's confidential, but we'll build up the suspense.
Yeah. So they're still going to be the majority of our episodes, aren't they? Because a normal recap season, it can be 6 to 8 episodes just for one season. And I think there's going to be more in the 80s.
I think as we get into the 80s and 90s, they're going to be more, aren't they? Because we'll get up to like 24 races in the 2020s. So, yes, they're going to be fun.
If we get that far, Rosa, if we get to the 20s.
Of course we will.
So the other change we're doing is we're still having the TP Championship, but we're calling that one Redo. So as in we're redoing the recap because we're fixing the wrongs that happened in reality to what should have happened. So we are still going to refer to the TP Championship because that's the name of our pod, but they will be called Redo with R-E, capital D and O. So, yeah, pretty clear?
Yep. So the word redo will appear at the beginning of the title within the year and how many episodes for that redo. So, yeah, we're redoing the championship standings and crowning a new winner.
Correct.
Rightful winner sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So then we've decided to introduce a new series and we're calling it the Point of View, POV. And this one will focus on current Formula One year and races. And what we'll do is have a discussion about those things that happen in the race that are either controversial or questionable or have people sitting on either side of an argument. So I think, Louis, you had a race that was
inspired.
To edit that out, Louis.
I think a good way of putting it is they're not reviews of current F1 races. They're just of key events and controversies. And the example or the inspiration that Rosa was referring to, and everyone listening to this will obviously know what happened at the 2025 Monza Grand Prix when the McLaren team switched their drivers around when Lando Norris had the slower stop and they inadvertently allowed an undercut to enable a pass. Now, I don't know if I can wait till when we record the 2025 Monza race review, which will be in about 10 years' time, for me to express my frustration. So I felt Rosa and I needed to have a discussion live, or not live, but fresh after the race. So it doesn't mean every race will get a POV. If it's a totally boring race and there's nothing interesting, guess what? We're not going to waste our time or your time. It's only when there's something that needs to be addressed.
Yep. But you can follow this series easily, and you don't. If you're a history buff and you don't want to talk about modern Formula One, you can skip this episode, and it's because it will have POV at the front of it, and the year and the race that we've got a point of view on. So, but you'll get Luigi and I arguing. So, and I'm always right. So, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. And we would have done quite a few episodes in 2025, I think, already if we had started this earlier.
Yeah.
And the next type of episode, one we've already released a couple of times
Louis,
already.
Just hang on, just before you get started on that one, The POV probably won't start in earnest until the 2026 Formula One calendar, probably.
We might try to do one or two. We'll see if we can squeeze in one or two. Yeah, this year.
We're still kind of like development on that one, but it will definitely be there for 2026.
Yeah, and they're not going to be multi-episode extravaganzas. No. It's only going to be one episode at a time, just to give you some relief. Yep. So the next one is decade wraps. Now we are doing decade wraps, but we've just we've bundled them up at the end of each season, each decade, right? We're still keeping that idea, but we're calling them era, as in ERA. So that's how you'll navigate and find them as well.
It's funny how you're spelling it and I'm not spelling mine. But anyway, well, I spelled POV.
Yeah, you did. So era will basically say the letters and then the decade, so 1970s, 1960s, 1950s, all that sort of thing. So they're going to be easy to find, but we'll still be releasing them at the right time. Like at the end of the 1970s, you'll see the era 1970s decade wrap. The only exception being the 1950s, which we didn't think of doing till after. So you'll probably get a 1950s one a little bit out of order. And in fact, Rosa, didn't we say we were going to record the 1950s? Oh, yes, we can talk about it live. Yeah. We were going to record the 1950s decade and you were going to slot it in because what Rosa has got, she's got the awesome job. We allocate things to each other. She's not doing all the heavy lifting. We share the heavy lifting. She's renaming all the historical episodes to match this. So we need to record the 1950s decade wrap before you do that, Rosa, so you can slot it in.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that works, but I'll try my best.
Yeah.
So the last series we've got is these special episodes, and we've already released a couple of these. We released one for Senna's first win on the anniversary of his death, and we've also released a couple of episodes about Eddie Jordan and his first win and his Formula One career. And it's really these episodes will be called special and have the title of what we're talking about, and they are really commemorative or honouring something that's happened that, it's either a big name or a big event or something that, needs special attention is how we're sort of categorising that series. So, you'll see a few of those come out, probably not too many because, it needs to be really special to get its own episode. So they'll be called special. So you can follow that along as well.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoy the easier navigation method and come with us on the journey of change. Everything changes all the time anyway, and we're not wanting to change things all the time in the podcast, but this one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. They'll all still be under the F1 Time Portal banner. So it's not like you have to follow lots of different podcasts. You'll just be able to navigate through the backlog easier.
Yeah. And the last thing I was going to mention is if any of you have feedback on the podcast in general or the type of episodes we do, even the feedback on this naming, please reach out, send us a message. We're on most of the socials and we'd love to hear what you think, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of. It'll all go into the mixing pot, won't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. I think we'll stop it there, Louis. And we'll catch you for the next episode, which I'm not going to tell you which one it is because it might be a different one to the one I think.
That's right. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.